owe the next generation a better country than we found, and that every American has a stake in that. We believe that in times like these, we should turn to each other, not on each other.
The first time I heard Governor Patrick speak was at a gathering of the leadership of the Jewish community in Boston when he was running for his first term. And I think for most of us in the room, we knew at that time that we would have a partner with Governor Patrick.
Well, usually politicians have come up through the ranks. They're hard-bitten political operatives. He was a visionary.
And we believe that government has a role to play, not in solving every problem in everybody's life, but in helping people help themselves to the American dream.
And among the priorities that are clearly stated in Jewish tradition, especially in the Code of Maimonides, is that the most important way to bring a person out of poverty is to give them a job, to give them productive work, because nothing else really preserves the dignity of the poor except allowing them to fully participate in society. And in his relationship with the Jewish community and with the general community, his commitment to job training and job engagement for people with disabilities, but also for the poor in general, his commitment to continued funding for those projects is incredibly important. And I think is the truest possible reflection of Jewish and Christian values.
As one of the few Jewish members of the cabinet, I have been particularly impressed with the governor's understanding of and interest in the Jewish community. And that has been a source of great comfort and pride for myself as well as other people. He has also been instrumental and pioneered really an economic alliance between Israeli companies and Massachusetts.
The question is, what do we believe? Well, we believe in an economy that grows opportunity out to the middle class and the disenfranchised, not just up to the well-connected.
I would say that among the governor's most important contributions is creating a sense of civic society, civil responsibility, citizenship participation. In those ways, I think that the deepest commitments of Governor Patrick and the deepest commitments of Yitzhak Rabin are deeply tied together and are also reflected in the work of the Rabin Center.
He is someone who understands the nuts and bolts of government, but he understands people too, and he takes the time to get to understand the people of the Commonwealth. I've been impressed, I've been moved by his style of leadership. He's been an inspiration.
In my time in Massachusetts, one of the most inspiring things has been his leadership of our community in the days after the marathon, and how that symbolizes a larger vision he has about us here in Massachusetts and about America. When the marathon bombing happened last year, and one of the pieces that he invited us and other faith communities and ethnic religious communities to participate in was this interfaith gathering for which President Obama came to the city. We had one of our Protestant leaders get up and give a healing message from the place of their Protestant faith. And you had the cardinal get up and give a healing message from the place of the Catholic community. And you had a Muslim and you had a rabbi. And I think for many of us, we felt seen in those components, seen in those pieces of a message. But then the governor got up and he gave this speech about our civic faith. And it was just this profound idea that bigger than any one of our individual faith being seen on that dais, bigger than any one of our parts of this community being represented, was that there was a bigger idea that we were all part of. That Massachusetts had a civic faith, a faith about democracy, a faith rooted in the ideas of the Revolution and the Constitution and the Bill of Rights and this shining beacon of a city on a hill. In the coming days, and frankly throughout the last year of continuing to navigate the space after the marathon, we weren't navigating it separately as Jews or Christians or Muslims, but we were navigating as one Boston. And I think that was the healing moment when he gave that message and brought us together.
Governor Patrick leads through love. Governor Patrick leads through compassion. Governor Patrick shows up when he needs to show up.
I think inspiring and compassionate are the two words that come to my mind.
Strong judgment, empathy, and understanding.
Responsibility. Responsibility to others, intergenerationally, responsibility to our youth, responsibility to our future.
A Jewish saying, Lador Vador, from generation to generation, and he really means that and lives that, and plants trees not just for today, but for tomorrow and for our children and grandchildren.